Thank you. Good morning. I will start my speech. Thank you. Okay. Good morning. No, actually, it's not morning, it's the afternoon. Good afternoon, people. I am Louis, the Prime Minister of the debate, with the motion, women should be allowed to serve in combat. By definition, it's women taking any part necessary to war. Now, I'm pretty sure all of us once came across this quote, girls can do anything boys can do. Maybe it was when you were in preschool, I don't know, but this makes sense. And this house is more than certain that anything also... And this house is more than certain that that is true. For our arguments, we have gender equality, more skilled soldiers for the country, and the fact that it is mandatory but not voluntary, and another thing would be, which would be presented by the Deputy Prime Minister. The Deputy Prime Minister. Okay, first off, gender equality. Gender, like race, is a factor everybody is born with. You can't help it. It is immoral for a nation to pick out all the male population in the land and make it mandatory for them to serve the country in the army, where, for a lot of people, it is not a pleasant, luxurious experience. Just because they are born male, while leaving the women alone to do whatever they desire to do with the same chunk of youth the men have to give up for the country. Do all women appear to be born with missing body parts? Do all of them have learning disabilities? I may not be a woman, not yet, but I do know that I can answer those questions without a doubt. No, women can take part in combat. With training, women can shoot, blow up enemy supply, jump out of planes, and save countries just as good as men do for the country today. Second, about having more skilled soldiers at war. Let's be straight. This Asian country, so-called Korea, is divided up into two, and the two spend a lot of time eyeballing each other because no side knows when the other side is going to press that big shiny red button that sends missiles that can destroy another side. And when that happens, our big guy in the blue house and that guy up north, who is not Santa Claus, by the way, will want war. And it can happen any day, and nobody knows when it's going to happen. Meaning, the both sides better get a lot of skilled soldiers for their country for defense. For defense, if they don't want to be the one to wave the white flag. So they've trained the men right now, and what about the women? The women that might even have a gift for combat. Wouldn't they make just as good of a soldier as a man would to any country? It sure would. And besides, presently, even though women are allowed to go to the military and work, when war actually happens, it is known that they're not allowed to go out and fight at war. But what we're saying is that we don't want it to be mandatory for like every woman to go out and forcefully and fight in war. All we're saying is that it should be mandatory. It should be voluntary and not mandatory. And that doesn't even go against the freedom of choice. We're just letting the women who want to go out and sacrifice themselves for their own country go out and sacrifice themselves for their country. And the rest, they don't have to go because it's mandatory. That's like because it's not mandatory, that's the definition of voluntary. So we can say that it is quite a fair choice to make, let women go out in combat during war. Thank you.